So here we have something maybe not so interesting. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I think it was last week. Mr. Shango did a video on some radio that he had found in the trash. And it was one of those disaster radios, disaster relief radio, something where you wind it up to get a charge. Well, I was looking through my piles of radios, and sure enough, this beautiful radio in this lovely, lovely carrying case happens to be one of them, with a handle that flips out the side and you wind it up. And it's made by Eton? Is that what that says? Eton? Is there a name on the back? It's got the same font. E-T-O-N with a little inflection there. I don't know. Eton? It's actually, it says National Geographic right there. It's a cell phone charger, a radio, a light, and it's got quite a few bands in a very short space. So very condensed. And on the side here it says battery Dynamo. Look at that, adapter and off. So I assume this is the Dynamo. Oh, that's the selector switch. Wow, what a selector switch. You should feel this. That is the closest detense I've ever felt on a switch. So hey, look, there's still, I guess I charged it when it's getting dimmer as we speak. So you can, light doesn't do anything, but the little red LED lights. Let's see if we wind it up. Let's charge it for a few times here. Let's see. Oh yeah, look how bright it is now. Oh yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. So it must have a good cell in there that's charging up if I can do that. Let's see if the radio works. Adapter, oh yeah. Adapter. Oh, it's dying. Oh no, no. We gotta wind it again, quick.
All weekend. Just stay close to win. One's favorite card is at table 7, and they're earning.
Make the moments that matter possible.
Not much bass out of this radio, but I mean, would you expect bass? But you know what?
Grade A frozen.
It goes extremely loud.
It's a pound with your card, an additional 25.
And it's very clear. Oh, it has a siren. What's this? Ah, that's the end of that. I guess we need to add a little more power, huh? We gotta wind it up a little. Let's see if we can wind up and get to hear what that siren really sounds like. What is the point of that? What would you do with that? Somebody's trying to rob me, quick! I don't know. I would assume. So what's in here? Will you open this? Oh, it's got a little. It's a nickel metal hydride battery in there, and you could put. Looks like you could put. Looks like AA batteries in there as well. If you didn't want to hand crank it. How did that go in there? No, get back in there. I must have flipped the switch. The battery compartment cover is held captive so you don't lose it. That's kind of a cool thing. What's that? Phone charger. Is there any other pieces in here? I didn't think there was anything else. So maybe those pieces are missing. I don't know. We're going to play around with this in 1 second. Here's, what is that? That's a reinventing radio through design, through innovation, through necessity. This must be like all the different radios that they sell. The Eton brand. The Eton. Anyway, the FR-250, that's what it is. It's the FR-250. You know, I actually, there was a couple more. You know what, I'm going to go get those other ones. Let me go, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab those other two radios and we'll kind of compare all of them. Okay, so hang on. Well, I looked all over for those other radios, and my son thinks we might have given them away. I don't know. It's possible. But this one escaped because I didn't know it was here. I just happened to find it today. Anyway, it's got 7 shortwave bands, FM and AM. Let's give it a quick, it says you can use it on AA batteries, but where's the fun in that when you can charge it up, right, by spinning the handle for an hour? Well, it's got a little light on the top, an LED to show you that you're doing a good job using the Dynamo. Wow. Ooh, the faster you spin it, the harder it gets. The more strain because of the resistance in the battery that it's trying to charge. I wonder if this radio has a capacitive tuner in there, or if it's one of those with the resistor, variable resistor, the PLL or whatever it's called. I think we can open this up just to check it out. So how do you use shortwave? What do you do? Oh, it's got a fine tuning on. I guess you really need it when the band is that short. Alright, so here's shortwave. Let's pick up the antenna. Shortwave 1. Oh no, that's 1, I guess. What about 7? If you touch the antenna. Yeah, not a very sensitive tuner. Not a very sensitive tuner at all. Yeah, not too good, not too good. Anyway, let's open her up and see what makes it tick. I'm just curious, and then I think that'll be it. At least we could see if this thing has a capacitive tuner in there. Let's turn it off. We could save the battery in that. Are these Phillips screws? What's in there? Who knows? Yeah, it's Phillips screw in there. Look at that. We can see what a dynamo looks like. Dynamo! I guess that screw don't want to come out of the hole. There you go, that one came out. That one flopped out, there you go. That's 3. Here's a couple more in here. There's 4. I think in the old days I've got a couple of old Sony shortwave radios that kind of look similar to this. Let's pull that battery out of there. Watch, it's going to fall apart. As soon as I take it off, all the handles are going to fall off. I can see that. Yep, look at that. Did I get all the screws out? I wonder if the antenna screw has to come out. You wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think so, but it's not coming off for some reason. Let's get the handle out of there. There's still something. I bet you there's a screw under this. What do you think? Bet you there's a screw under there somewhere. Let's see. Ooh, it's nice and thick. At least they give you a nice thick piece of plastic so you can actually pull it off. And then we'll put it back on later, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull it off. Something tells me there's a screw. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. There's a screw right there. Look at it hidden in there. Trying to keep us all honest by hiding a screw. Did that one? There you go. There's all the screws. Now everything's going to come flying apart. No, it didn't. That's surprising. Oh, there's the Dynamo. Nice soldered wires so you can't take it out. Ooh, that's an ugly circuit board. It's made by Grundig. How interesting. Yep, it's made by Grundig. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that on there. Grundig actually makes it. That's interesting. Grundig makes the Eton. It's a Grundig, not the, I guess, I didn't know Grundig was still in business. I know they used to make radios a long time ago. Oh, it's got grease. Look at that. That's what that is. That's Dynamo grease. I got Dynamo grease all over my hand now. Let me get that Dynamo grease off my fingers. I'd still like to see if there's a what that tuning cap is. If it's a oh yeah, it is a cap, because here's the adjustments for it right there. So it's a capacitor. Well, that's kind of cool. At least it's not one of those newer, junky, not so sensitive designs. Let's see if we can pull that chassis out of there without destroying it. Look at that. I don't know, you know, what screw do we take out though? I don't want to take the wrong screw out and then dial cords go a-popping, because you know if that happens, this is going right in the trash. This screw, I could see the little standoff under there, so I know that one comes out. It's probably not going to be much in there because of that IC right there. Right? Probably not. Is it even worth doing this? Do those knobs come off? I don't know how they held on, but they're not coming off without a fight. Those wires, I could tell you right now, those wires are going to be off pretty soon. Yeah, there's a bunch of caps, and I don't know if you can see in the... Oh, now the knob came off. That's weird. Why wouldn't it come off when I was trying to pull it off, and then it just falls off? Huh. Of course. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. It would be so nice if this one wire here was not in the way like this. We're just going to unsolder it, right? And let's unsolder it on this side so I know I don't have to go look at, wow, it ain't coming off. We're going to have to do it here. Oh, it goes right there. Let's see. We'll take a Sharpie here. Just take a Sharpie and just mark it. Look at that. Now I'll know where to put it back. It'd be nice if I can get these knobs off. We could pull that whole board out real quick. Just out of curiosity to see what this thing looks like on the other side. Those knobs are held on there really tight. But we got it off. We got it off. Alright, is that it? Is that it? The Dynamo stayed in place though. That's good, I guess. We don't want to yank out the Dynamo just yet. There you go. Look at that. And everything, all the switches, look at the linkages in there. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Everything stays in place. Anyway, the only thing is you got to line everything up to get it back on, to get the thing back together, so hopefully that's going to happen. It's got a 1-watt speaker. I'll tell you, it plays pretty loud, so definitely 1 watt. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? The capacitor is under here, so I'm not going to pull that off. Of course, there is a dial string on there, so big speaker, lots of linkages. Kind of cool, huh? Made by Grundig, the whatever this is, the Eton, made by Grundig, and the little hand crank, what do they call it? The Dynamo. The Dynamo stayed in place. Oh, how are we gonna get that? We gotta kind of how to get that back in place there. We gotta line up all the switches now. Look at that. Look, all that's got to be lined up. That's going to be fun doing that. But we'll get it. We'll get it all lined up. It's kind of cool though, made by Grundig. There's the Dynamo. Bunch of plastic gears. Just a little, looks like just a little motor. I wonder how many phases that is. Probably, I think I see 4 wires coming off the end of that. There's a blue, a yellow, and a pink. So it could be a 3-phase motor. There's green, yeah, green, yellow, pink, and a blue coming off there. Anyway, that's this radio. I'm going to go ahead, I'll get it back together, and then we'll play it for a minute. See how good the AM sounds anyway. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, for the most part we got it all back. We got all the, let's put the screws back in there. It's not, well, if you take one of these apart, you got to be serious about putting it back together, because you got a lot of lining up to do if you do that. But let's see. That's that one, that's that one. That's that one, and that one. So there you go. It's all lined up. Now we just got to solder this 1 wire back on right here. Needs to go right here. All right. There you go. Let's the Grundig. The Grundig, it's made by Grundig. We got to put the handle back in now. Let's get, let's see. Okay, so it's got 2 little circuit boards that are standing up. They have to go into little slots. Alright, where's the handle? Let's put the handle back on. Put the handle back in there. I thought it was going to take longer I would have just done the whole thing. I thought it was going to take longer to line up all those knobs, but it wasn't too bad. I wish I could have found those other radios, but I guess we gave them away, so I got, you know, can't, like I said in other videos, you can't keep everything and wind up getting so much stuff. We just got no room for it. I've been asking, I know I get a lot of people asking me to ship stuff, but, you know, I mean, I don't know if there's something that somebody wants and they want it shipped. I guess I could do it, but shipping, for especially big stuff, it's just not cost effective. Anyway, let's see. There's a lot of screws holding this thing together. I guess we had two on the bottom here, right? Yeah, we had two screws in here, and then we can put the knobs back on. It even has a serial number in there. They were serious about building this thing. The old Grundig people were serious about this machine, this beautiful machine. Made by Grundig. Let's see if it still works. What do you think? You think it's going to still work? So, look at that. Well, the fine-tuning is actually, the mechanism is in the knob itself. That's kind of interesting. It's not in the radio. It's actually in the knob itself. That's it. Oh, we got one screw sitting there. Did I forget to put a screw somewhere? Oh, I know where it goes. I know where it goes. It's the old screw under the label trick. You gotta put the one screw back under the label. See, we almost forgot about the screw under the label. Alright, you get on there like that. This is a model FR-250, it looks like. There you go. I hate when I put something together and I have an extra screw. I hate that. So, alright, let's see. You think it's going to still work? Still works. Alright, let's wind it up. We got to get rid of this flashing light here. Alright, let's wind it up a little bit. That's AM. See how sensitive it is.
The Royal Light, clear exhaust. Milwaukee Admiral. Now do it for a sec.
Not too bad.
Right, single man left, second down 10.
This is chest box. Nick, out of the blue.
And
They're provincial. That's not a.
comes out.
I wonder what channel that is. I didn't know we had any music channels locally on AM.
Just
When it comes, let's see.
Work engine and trans.
commentator and fundraiser for a sport hardly anyone.
Back to FM.
Flashback. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using. I've already made around $300.
Sounds good.
Putting gas in your- Why not get real cash back?
Siren.
Upside.
I'm saving the cash.
Alright, that's it. The Eton, what is it here? The FR-250 made by Eton. The lovely FR-250 made by Eton. It's got a little dent in it. I wonder if I made that little dent or not. I don't know. It's hard to see, but it's there. Let's give it a little more charge. I only spun it a few. It's still working too, so.
Law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the top.
Anyway, another beautiful radio. We're going to give this one away too if somebody wants it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.